You might have seen this file called .clang-format in a few open source projects, but what is it for and why is it in so many projects? Imagine you and your friends are working together on a project. At first everything looks fine, but as the code base expands, the inconsistencies in the code become more apparent because you and your friends code differently. You have different styles of coding. One friend puts curly braces on the same line as a function, while another puts curly braces on the next line. Another adds spaces around variables and function parameters and if conditionals. And your other friend who codes in Vim for some reason wrote in there adding tabs like he's trying to indent the whole universe. Reading the code then becomes a nightmare. Tabs, spaces, weird indentation, function parameters spaced out like they're socially distancing. Introduced as part of the LLVM Clang toolchain, this is what Clang-format fixes, the everyone formats code differently problem. While some may think that Clang-format can only be used with a Clang compiler, you can use it with almost any compiler and with almost any language not limited to C and C++. And this is because Clang-format is not a compiler, rather it is a code formatter, taking in the file and formatting it in the way that you would want the file to look. You can use this in your projects by first creating the .clang-format file. You may notice a exclamation mark for the icon on the file, and that is because that the file format will be in YAML. You can use this file by saying clang-format-i and the name of the file or files. So now if we apply the changes, we see it's changed a few small things, and that is the spacing between the variables and the parentheses, and also the spacing between the name of a function and the parentheses itself. It also changed a little spacing here and some spacing down here with this for loop. The reason why this file was able to make changes to the code even though it is empty is because it has default styling, and one of the defaults is based on LLVM, so this is the default styling for any Clang-format file that is empty. However, you can explicitly say based on style LLVM, and it does exactly the same thing. Another change that I can make is moving all of the braces right under the function or if conditional. I can do that by using break before braces almond style, and that will fix that. So now, as you see here, it has the braces under all of the branch statements and the functions besides this function. And let's fix this one-liner function. I want it to be a multi-line function. I can do this by saying I'll allow short functions on a single line and then set that to none. And of course, with both of these, the break before braces and allow short functions on a single line, there are other styling that are available for you to use. But if we go into code, we will see that now we have the changes in our file. Now let's actually fix the indentation of our program. I can do this by setting the tab width to 4. And when I apply those changes to my file, when I try to indent, my cursor moves by 4. I can also go in here and change the indent width. And when I apply those changes, it indents the code that is already there. So that's a difference between the tab width and indent width. One changes your cursor for code that you can type now, and the indent width changes the indentation for code that is already in the file. Of course, there's a lot more that you can do with this file, but it really depends on you and your team's preferences. The most important thing is just making code that is readable for you and for other people to just go in and look back at and understand clearly what your code is doing. Well, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.